Alright, hey guys and girls. Just going to show you one thing that my computer monitor started to do now. It's only a cheap monitor, but you can see that's my power light. It's got the same fault as there you go, it's powered up now. It's taken all this time for my computer to power up, obviously, and my monitor's been doing that now for about 2 or 3 minutes. So I'm guessing somewhere in my monitor there is a dead capacitor somewhere that's died or dying. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to undo the back off my monitor, just have a look inside, see if I can find out what part it is that's gone down, just to get the value off it. If it's a capacitor, try to get the value and go out and buy one somewhere, if I've not got one already in stock here. But, where's the screws in this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 screws it looks like. And the panel should. Yeah, it doesn't feel like there's any on the back of the thing. Yeah, this monitor is beauty of a camera. You can turn it upside down. One of those. It's an old monitor now. It's well, not old, but it does the job, and it's repairing it's cheaper than going out and replacing it. So let me grab a screwdriver and I will take the back off and we'll have a look inside it. And there we go. Sadly this is a slow process. Where's my magnets? Magnets! How do they work? And this is a 12-volt monitor as well, so it's not like it's going to kill me if I put my fingers in there. The only thing that's of high voltage inside this thing will be the surrounding backlight, which you just stay away from. I don't think it's a fault with the backlight; it's a fault with the actual power supply on the inside the monitor. The screwdriver stuck to the magnet. Yeah, I've got electronics everywhere just lying around at the moment. Oh, one screw down. Went on the floor. Alright, let's unplug all these cables. Let's see if I can take this back off. Bear with me a second, guys. Am I zoomed in? No, I'm not. Good. Right, so that's the back off. Now it looks pretty simple enough. Just undo this protective screening. You never know, it may just be dust in this thing. It should reveal onto us some of the circuitry. I'm not too fussed if I break this this monitor. I have got a spare. It's not a very good one. That also needs fixing as well, but the cable's gone on that, on the actual monitor cable. But let's just have a look. This is unplugged now from power. Oh, there's another screw in it, is there? Yep. One down the back. Right. Well then. Is it a capacitor that's died? No, can't see any capacitors. Yes, there you go. That one there. Yeah, that one there, look how it's bulged. So that's the capacitor that's dying. Well, that was nice and easy find. What's the value of that capacitor? Don't tell me it's got no bleeding value on it. Well, you can't get any more cheap than that, can you, guys and girls? Doesn't have anything printed on it to tell you what value it is. Gee, thanks for that. Oh no, hang on a minute. Yes, it does. Can I see that on the camera better? Yes, 220 microfarads at 25 volts. Well, let's see if I've got anything equivalent. Is that an electrolytic? Yes, it is. Of course it's electrolytic. What am I on about? Ugh. Let's see if I've got a replacement for that in my drawer of goodies. It's not much of a component stash, but it's good enough. You remember the clock from out of my what do you call it? From out of my Cinquecento, which I recovered when it went to the scrapyard. Not scrapped by me, scrapped by somebody else. Alright then. Let's see what I can find in here. I've got so many bags of components, it's fantastic. As of yet, no capacitors. I've got some. I think I stole those capacitors from out of some tweeters. I think it was 220 microfarads. What voltage is that? 10 volts. Damn. Not enough. Otherwise it would have worked. But yeah, I've got a lot of stuff in here. I need to go through it all and put them all into separate bags. But it's just doing that. I probably have a capacitor in here somewhere. If not, I'm pretty sure I've got some circuit board somewhere that I can steal one off. That's my old shaver circuit board. 450 volts at 2.2 microfarads. That's a bit too big. What's that one? 2.2 microfarad. There'll be one in here somewhere. Stay tuned, guys and girls, and I'll try and find one. Well, 2 minutes of searching and I've found two actually. This one I don't know what it came out of, but it's the same make as what's in the big TV there. Big LG TV, it's the same capacitors that they use in that, I think. Let me have a look. Oh no, it's not. My bad. I've still got the old dead capacitors because I want to pop them at some point in time. Watch out for that video, guys and girls. I've also got this one on this board as well, which was, unfortunately it's got some things hanging off the tracks. Nice big rectifier on it though. It was part of a battery charging circuit for a car battery charger, and that's 220 microfarads. Well, yeah, rated at 25 volts, which is what that one's rated at there. Sadly, all the legs are quite short. This requires long legs, but I think I can get away with just having those short ones and just having it sat upright from the board. I don't think it makes much of a difference, to be fair. It's all about space saving, but when you compare height differences to the height of the rest of it, I'll just probably knock a bang a small section out of the thingy, the heat shield in. There should be enough room behind the monitor to not cause any issues. We'll see. Now it just depends on what capacitor I use, whether it's this one or the one off the board there. I'll probably use the one I've got in my hand because it's where did I put the box? No, it's over there. Chuck it in the box. I'll probably use this one. I mean, I don't know if it's a good make or not. No idea. All I know is it's not bulging. It's one I ripped off something else. I cannibalised for parts, and it'll do this job. So yeah, let's get this board off and solder it on. It is the board for the backlight actually, which is gone. See, I thought it was going to be a main power board or something, but it is actually the backlight board that's gone. But nice and easy to unplug these. By the gods, make sure that you don't have this thing plugged in when you do this, because these things are really bad. They're like a they're a lot like a what do you call them, a flyback transformer. They will give you a pretty nasty kick. If ever you've been nipped by one of these things before, it's not nice. It's like getting nipped by a neon transformer, or a very very small neon transformer. It's happened to me before. I was being a bit of an idiot with one, and I didn't use the correctly insulated screwdriver. And I've been nipped by one before, and yeah, not nice. Not nice. I really should get some pliers to undo these. Because I cut my fingernails down, so now I don't have any. That was out. I'm trying not to pull on the wires. No, that was out too. And that one. Yeah. There we go. Not the correct way of doing it, but yeah, it didn't break it. And even if it did, I just soldered it directly on. Screwdriver. Find the long lost screwdriver. Put all these back again. The floor. My floor's a mess. I was doing motor burnouts, and that's the one of the surrounds off one. Sadly, I didn't video it. Habit of mine, always go diagonal on the screws. That way you, if it's on something like that's got a gasket in between, you don't do much damage to it, or you don't warp it. That's from working on cars and things. Oops, I'm falling over in my room. Really should get, well, I've got one somewhere. I need a tripod, but I need to modify it. Yeah, right. It's an interesting looking circuit board, isn't it? Lots of surface mounted on the back. Looks like it's been getting quite hot as well. Unless that's just the way the light catches it. I'm not sure. What does it look like on the camera? Yeah, it does look like it's been getting warm. Whatever. Yeah, let's replace that capacitor anyway. I'll say it's the one for the bottom. It looks like it's the one for the bottom. I don't know if both of them are gone. I'll probably get the test on it and test it to see how they both perform. Pretty sure if one's gone, the other one's not far off. Like I say, they can't even see a brand on these things. They do appear to be unbranded capacitors, cheap nasty things. The monitor itself is cheap and nasty. It come with a computer. The panel's scratched to hell, but it's all I can afford at the time. So when you're trying to get by on a shoestring, you make use of the things you've got, and this is all I've got. So yeah, I never knew it had speakers in it. Not much speakers, but you know, I've seen bigger on laptops. Yeah, I didn't realise it had speakers in that. Let's crack out the soldering iron and unsolder these bits. Soldering iron. Yeah, that'd be a good start. Where is the soldering iron? Well, there you go, guys and girls. It's in. Look at my shoddy soldering job. See how good the focus is on this camera. Yeah, the only solder I could find was some really high flux content solder, so it's had some of that on it instead. I can't find my other bit. Yeah, that's the little bit I've got there. Oh yeah, and that's the dead one. Blue paint on my fingernails. That's the dead one, that one. can't see any name on it, unless Tipo is a name, I'm not sure.